Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Cat Crypto here. So, folks, the moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the coin market cap circulating supply update. This means the systems are actually registering the circulating supply change, which is really good because it's registering that these coins have been removed from the circulating supply. Could this be the reason why we could possibly see a move upwards in price? Yes, of course it could, because the theory behind it all is if there's less coins in circulation, then each other coin has a higher value, so to speak, if that's kind of how the basic physics behind removing coins from the circulating supply and also the total supply. But the good thing is these coins are being utilized by validators to gain rewards, so you get paid out in rewards, and if they're getting a commission, they will also be getting rewards. And a lot of people do ask me and send me messages as to what the commission means, and the commission is exactly what they're going to take from the rewards that are given to you. They're going to take, you know, a 0.00% cut or a 1.80% cut, but that's what the commission is. Their voting power, exactly how much vote power they have on governance proposals, so to speak. So do keep those kind of things in mind. But LUNC is currently looking to move upwards, in my opinion, and we've got a resistance area here. Most TNA people would call this a resistance area because we've touched it a few times here, and we've come back down. So could we go up, touch again, come back down? Possibly. Could we then instead ascend upwards? Yes, of course. Does anybody know? Definitely not, because they do not have a crystal ball. So as to what's developing inside the Terra Rebels USTC revitalization tab, it's pretty much out there now. There's a lot of people panicking. There's a lot of people worrying. Do remember, Vegas is coming on the channel at some point today. We're going to be talking all about the burn tax, exactly how we think it's going to affect and how it's all going to go down and things like that. Talking about the volume and the actual things that are being put forward, saying it's going to kill the blockchain and stuff like that. But what I can say is the burn tax is happening 100%. And I'll keep saying this until the day the burn tax comes. As to the date right now, the last kind of update that I've seen was Ed. Somebody asked Ed, when is it coming? And he just linked them pretty much to the comment where he said, we'll wait as long as TFL need to merge the code. So we don't have to follow the route of an unofficial Terra desktop system, Terra app, Terra mobile app and all that kind of stuff. And I myself am not happy with following that route right now because we just don't know enough about the program. Has it been through beta testing, alpha testing, bug testing, you know, temperature testing, any kind of testing that it needs to receive, and stress testing at most, and having people trying to break it, make it do something it's not supposed to do, and all those kind of things. It's really important to ensure things are tested properly, and that's not to say that they haven't done that, but this is just my opinion. This is what comes up in my mind as a person who's part of the community. These are the questions that come up in my mind. I always like to ask them. So if you're not aware of this kind of situation that is developing inside the Terra Rebels Discord, so to speak, it's pretty much a plan to revitalize USTC, but inside this plan it kind of includes the minting of 700 billion more LUNACLASSIC coins. And a few other bits. I think there's been an update to the proposal or white paper or whatever it is at this stage. So I don't want to say too much about it, because if things have changed, I don't want to get these kind of statements wrong, because at the end of the day, even if it's a bad idea and people don't like it, the people behind this are putting a lot of work into it, and you've got to kind of always be polite. Look at it from an unbiased opinion and kind of just read into it, even though it being as negative as it is. Always make sure that you're in the know, because it's always important not to have things jump up on you like a shock, like we didn't know this was going to happen. And it really does hit you quite hard when you don't know. It's kind of like a punch you didn't know was coming. It's kind of going to hurt a lot more because you didn't have time to brace. So the way everything kind of is with the burn tax, I solely believe and 100% believe in the burn tax itself, because we all agreed on it. Validators have agreed on it. I believe the blockchain can handle it, and it's had enough time to start getting its gears turning again, rewards getting paid out and stuff like that. So people have had plenty of time to get their big money to where it needs to be, so they don't get that hefty 1.2% burn tax. And that's not to say, if it turns out the 1.2% burn tax is way too much to be taxing people and it really is just killing the volume, why do we then have to just revert the burn tax or get rid of it? Why don't we just reduce it a little bit to make everybody happy? Because that's what this is all about, making people happy. And Vegas and I worked very hard on this burn tax proposal and getting it out there to the community and things like that. And all of the other people that have burnt, in my opinion, minting 700 billion more coins is like the biggest FU to pretty much all of the burn community out there across the board. And just speaking the words minting, removing of the burn tax or reducing of the burn tax, it's all just nasty stuff you don't want to hear. What you want to hear is that things are going well, the burn tax is coming soon, we're not getting into any hitches and things like that, because the more positive momentum for things, the more people are going to want to get involved with this project because they see something in it possibly. And say they then come across our channel and instead of being FOMO'd in, they're being educated and they actually understand what they want to buy into, instead of just someone going, you know, it's going to go to the moon, buy it. It doesn't work like that. This is how these angry, uneducated investors come on board, and then they just end up going around uneducating more people, getting angry, and it's just not healthy. So yeah, really interesting to see that the amount of pages that have popped up with the name like Happy Lunk or Lunk Happy and stuff like that. I love it. I absolutely love the inspiration. I literally just looked at my cat the day when I was creating the channel and I was like, what should I call it? And I was like, I think I'll just call it Happy Cat Crypto. And my cat meowed, and there you go. We named the channel like that. So folks, it's not always easy for me at the moment. If you don't know this, I do have a broken back. I do keep it quite quiet and I don't mention it much. But if there's ever times when I sound a little bit drained, or some people sometimes feel like I sound sad or I'm not happy and stuff like that, it's just because of the sheer amount of pain I'm in all the time and not being able to walk. And it's, you know, I'm pretty much considered disabled at this point, and I was a pretty muscular person before all of this, very fit. I used to run a lot. I used to do a lot of physical activities and go on a lot of hikes, go look at a lot of historical places in England. I just love being outdoors, and it's not always easy, like I said, but I really appreciate all you folks. Getting past 10k was huge for us, and everything we've been through with just recently is not normal for a crypto community to go through, with the capitulation event and stuff like that. And you know, we're just starting to get somewhere. We're just starting to get the community back together, the trust restored, and now all of a sudden this crazy talk about this stuff in the USTC revitalization tab and what come up on DJ Trev's AMA. And yeah, I want to make sure that you're all reassured and you're all on the same page and you remain huddled. You don't get stressed over something that's not even an Agora text yet, and definitely is not going to be getting implemented before the burn tax does. And they're going to have to let the burn tax do its thing, collect data, gather data, and analyze and see if it is the right route to take. So that's just my opinion, and it's our right. And I don't know what you folks think. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you're sipping on today. Drop a little like, drop a subscription if you haven't subscribed here, because it really does help us reach more people, educate more people, and just get out there to the broader community. Tap a little like on the way out. Catch you in the next one. Not financial advice.